Today I will be reviewing the Swiss Army Champ. This is one of their most popular knives because it has pretty much every needed function on it, and this is good for apocalypse and wilderness survival. The first thing we have is the small Swiss Army knife. This is good for doing detailed work, carvings, etc. If you need to carve something that's small, the big knife might be too big. This is perfect. It could get into small places. We have the Officer Swiss, which is the name of the big knife. This is good for, if you need to make a spear, this is good for sharpening sticks, cutting bigger objects that the small Swiss Army knife cannot. Next to the Officer Swiss, we have the metal saw. It's got saw teeth right here, so you can saw through metal, and on each side are files. So if the metal is sharp, you can file this to make it nice and smooth, so it won't cut your fingers. Next to that, we have the wood saw, which is one of the most important things on this knife, I think, because if you're in the wilderness, it's better to make a spear out of a live branch, because if you take a rotten branch off the floor, if you're going to try to use it, it might break. It's not going to last as long. It's not going to keep as sharp opposed to a live branch, which is going to be 10 times better. You could sharpen it easier, and it's going to be more effective towards hunting. We also have a fish scaler. Now, this is also important because if you're catching fish, a regular knife, if you're going to scale it, will chop off all valuable meat that you're probably going to need. You don't want to waste anything. If you're in a survival situation, you need it all. So this will scale it. It's perfect. And it also has increments. Right here, it goes up to 3 inches. On the other side, it goes from 1 centimeter to 7 centimeters if you need to measure anything. We have the scissors. These things are razor sharp. They could cut through pretty much anything, except for like metal, but anything organic. If you need to cut some like animal hide or something, you need to cut a piece of shirt or something, or if you're stuck, you could cut yourself out, like shirts and stuff. But this is very important. This is good for making char cloth. You cut a little square out of your shirt. If you guys know how to make char cloth, this will definitely help you with that process. Right over there we have the pliers. Now, right here, I don't know if you see, but we have wire cutters. Right here we have crimps. This will crimp the wire. And right here you could tighten a bolt. The nice needle nose, you could definitely get inside with this. We also have a Phillips head screwdriver. Now this has 2 locks. One lock here, so you could get the leverage you need. And then one lock here, so you could get in the high places you can't get with the leverage. Behind the Phillips head screwdriver, we have a magnifying glass. This is pretty good because, this will definitely start you a fire. Fires are very important for psychological food, and just it could give you company fire. It has been shown that people with fire survive longer because they feel like a company with the fire. They're not as scared because they have fire. Animals won't attack you at night, predators, because they are afraid of fire. This is definitely a very, very important tool for wilderness survival. I can't stress that enough. We have the bottle opener. This is good for cutting open or popping open bottles. Right here we have a lever, sort of like a pry bar. You could pry stuff open with this. You could pry open paint cans or whatever. And right here you have wire stripper, so you could pop it in and strip the wire out if you need it. We also have a can opener. These are very important because, if everything's on your knife, you got less stuff to carry in your bag or in your backpack. You have it all in one tool. Right here, you could cut straight through can. You also have a screwdriver tip on the end of it. That's good if you need a flathead screwdriver right there to get something small. We're going to go to the side. We have tweezers. If you get a sliver, this will take it out so you don't get infection. The longer the sliver is inside your skin, the more prone you are to infection. So this is definitely going to help a lot. The faster it's out, the faster it'll heal. We're going to flip it over. We got right here, this is an interesting thing with this knife. We have a pen. You could write down stuff, record some information about your wilderness or how long you've been out there. So, if people survive or people find you, they know what you've been dealing with out there. Or if you need to write letters. Right here we got the toothpick, good for getting stuff out of your teeth. Teeth won't rot that way. Now this is an interesting design. We have the corkscrew, but what's integrated inside there is a glasses screwdriver. You know, this could be good because if your glasses, you know, if they're loose, you know, you're pretty much not necessarily going to find a screwdriver in an apocalypse situation or anything. So, you know, this is going to be really nice. You know, then you got the screwdriver, the corkscrew to open up bottles. This is really good because it just hides away right there. Most people don't know about this knife because right under here, you have a pin. Now, this pin could be used for a lot of things if you put your imagination to it. You could take out strings of fabric out your clothes, put little pinholes in things if you need it, you know. It's pretty good. Depends on what you're using it for, but it does have a purpose. Now, right over here, we have a chisel. This is good if you need to chisel stuff. See? As you can see, it just took that piece of wood right out like nothing. Chisel is good if you need to make little notches in wood, if you're going to make a shelter or a tool of any type of sort. We also have, next to that, we have another flathead screwdriver. This one's a little bit smaller than the other one, featured on the can opener. We also have the utility hook. Now, this kind of seems, you might not really use this, but if there's like really thin snare line you need to get that could possibly cut your hand, you could wrap it like this, pull it right down, And we have the famous leather puncher. Now, if you need to pop a hole in your belt, if you're getting pretty thin because of the survival, your pants are kind of falling down, what you could do is you just put it through the leather, twist it around, and creates a nice hole. And this hole also is a threader, so you could thread fabric with it. And that's about it. We also have this nice case. This comes in handy because what you do is you could attach it to your belt through here. So, if you're running around and stuff, it's going to be pretty uncomfortable sitting in your pocket. And this is going to be nice because, you could just reach for it right over there. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you.